everybody, and welcome to another of my very rarely scripted videos. Now, typically when I do this is usually something that's sadly serious, and I mean, it's not as serious, but if you're a Transformers fan, then yeah, it's pretty big news, particularly in just like the fan side of things. So to give you the quick rundown, on December 13th of the year 2024, uh, the long-anticipated fans movie Transformers Prime Galvatrons Revenge finally released amidst a long waiting period of 10 years, along with a large controversy with one of the voice actors. And to say it was not exactly welcomed with holiday warmth, well, saying it would be an understatement would be an insult to understatements. I'm not going to get into a ton of detail on the exact specifics, but I will leave links in the description to videos that cover this much better than I could. A lot of you might say that is not giving a whole lot of effort. Well, I'll put it to you this way. I think I am putting way more effort into something for free than, quite frankly, Prime Animations decided to put after getting $14,000 to $17,000 of donated money into this project. Now, some of you might say that's harsh. Some of you might even say that's not fair. I hope to, well, explain to you my reason of why I'm not trying to be fair. We'll just start with the elephant in the room, and that is the voice actor for the project, particularly the voice actor of Optimus Prime, Orbital Bacon. Previously, he was a fairly well-respected voice actor for several fan works within the community. I'm not going to mention some of the crap he has said, especially on Twitter, for the sake of not attracting the gaze of the Eye of Sauron, that is the YouTube TOS enforcers. But this is what I am going to say. Well, more or less what I will just leave it as. The words I have to describe to some oxygen thief who has to wear his sunglasses indoors in front of a computer like some stereotypical douchebag in a horror flick, who has the goal to say some absolutely heinous stuff about Jewish people and in the same damn breath praise Jesus, who was Jewish. What do you want me to say? There's nothing I can say. Nothing that won't get me in trouble with YouTube, at least, but all I can say is just, well, just keep praying you never have to chew gum and walk. That's all I got. On to Prime Animations himself. Now, here's something I will say. If the project turned out to be well worth the wait, and you saw where the money went, and it was everything people had hoped and dreamed for as a sequel or a season 4 or a whatever to Transformers Prime, which is one of the top 3 most beloved Transformers series, then maybe Prime Animations could have found a way to kind of brush the whole situation with Orbital to the side. At least, you know, at least he would have shown that it was well worth it, despite the skeletons in the closet. Here's the thing. There's a reason I said if. Because, dear Mother of God, this fan project doesn't look like it took 10 years and 14 to 17 grand. This doesn't even look like it took 10 months and 14 to 1700. Like, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, like, again, the other videos I showed, they show clips of what it is. And all I can say is that if you did watch the unrendered animatics that were clipped and shared on his channel, I got some unfortunate news. Not a lot really changed. I'm being completely 100% with you all. So, needless to say, between that, and even if like the whole thing with Orbital was not a factor, 10 years of waiting and this huge donation, which for a fan project basically means you had a Hollywood budget. You know, your subscribers, your fans, and your backers are going to look at this and wonder what the hell happened. Like, first time I saw this, I didn't put a single cent into this project. I look at this and I wanted my money back. That is just like the free video you can watch right now on YouTube. I don't even get me started on well, apparently there was a promise of a Blu-ray version of this movie if you pledged like $50 to the Patreon or $50 to the crowdfunding. I can't remember which one, but like $50 for a DLC and it came out like that? I'm curious because I've heard that people haven't gotten those DVDs yet. I'm not going to say they're never, but just apparently, as of right now, they haven't gotten those DVDs yet. But, I mean, it's not hard to see why a lot of people are looking around and just wondering, bro, did I just get fleeced? Did I get gypped? Did I get conned? It's easy to see that, especially if you like pledged a good chunk of change into this. You have a right to be a little upset by the final project, and the final product. And boy, were people upset with the final product. So much so that the video on YouTube, it is barely holding on to that positive like to dislike ratio. Like, it is a life support. It's one of the closest to 50-50 without being 50-50. Man. And then we get on to arguably what was the best part of that video, the comments section, which ranged in a whole heap of different, we'll say the gradients of disappointment. Like, if it was people, a lot of people not even mentioning or giving anything of a damn about the whole Orbital Bacon situation. I saw comments from raising for, damn it, sorry. Should I fix that in post? Nah, why should I? I'm doing this for free. But anyway, it ranged from this is one of the fan movies of all time to people genuinely saying they owe Transformers The Last Night an apology. I'll let you decide how hyperbolic that is. Me, I'm definitely on the gradient of RID 15. It is in serious need of some apologies. Some might argue even beast machines. Alright, but you get the point. A lot of people were fairly upset with the final product. And Orbital, I mean, not Orbital, sorry, Prime Animations. Prime Animations decided to try to fight back, which, on the one hand, you can't understand. Like, this was 10 straight years, allegedly, of work. You know, he worked with a lot of people. He put in a lot of effort. I won't say there isn't any effort into this. There is effort. But yeah, needless to say, he was not taking a lot of the criticism well. And before I continue, if you did end up enjoying this, as messy as this video is not pointed at you. You like what you like. You're probably a very nice, very good looking, very pleasant person. Just wanted to give you some assurance. I am not attacking you. I am attacking. I mean, well, not attacking. I am pointing out my issues with the person who made this. Anyway, back to what I'm trying to talk about. Sorry. Back to what I'm trying to talk about. Yeah, Prime Animations got into a lot of spats in the comments with people, you know, a lot of them not even bringing up Orbital, just giving their genuine thoughts on the movie and how they felt it turned out. You know, so much so that it eventually led to him leaving a pinned comment basically saying the moment you even mention Orbital Bacon, you're just going to be blocked. You know, you're not a real fan, you're not a real supporter of this, you're just coming onto this to hate. Which, you know, quite frankly, that is one of the worst ways you could handle this. And to give a short description of why, you're basically saying if you even try to bring this up, even if you have other points, you can just go piss off. But he even got into a lot of spats with people who had issues with the final product. One of them being a literal kid whose channel is mostly like, I think like Lego stop motions and some Minecraft stuff. But, you know, he decided to go full pissing contest mode, saying that he had better production. He was so much more superior than him. Again, this is a kid. And Prime Animations is a grown ass man. And I have nothing to back this up, but I'm genuinely curious if like the backlash in the comment thread towards that is what eventually led him to just kind of hitting the nuclear launch button, so to speak, when it came to the comments, and just disable them. Like, even silencing the people who did have some nice things to say about it. Yeah, real smart there, buddy. And apparently, as a side note, he apparently also disabled the comments to the video he made addressing a lot of the feedback he was getting on the movie. Again, this is as short of a rundown of the whole situation as I could give. Short, quote unquote. Like recording this has already taken over 10 minutes, but that's all I got. Again, if you want more detail on everything going on, I'll leave a link to those two videos by one of them is a good one by I think his name was Firewalk Productions. I'll find his video and I'll make sure I put his name proper in the comments, or I mean not in the comments, in the description. But I guess I can just leave it off on this closing statement. If, like, even without the whole orbital bacon situation, I feel like Prime Animations handled the negative feedback in just about the worst way possible. And that's me being nice. And to frankly give you the idea of just how bad this this is starting to at least look to a lot of people. To anyone who is familiar with somebody called In Praise of Shadows in the Mount Fuji size pile of crap he swan dived into after making a hit piece on the channel Windigoon. Well, I'll tell you this. In Praise of Shadows, he still has his comments on his videos, and there has been no shortage of people who are still not afraid to call him out on that BS. To those of you who are more familiar with that, kind of in the know, yeah, look at that and look at this whole situation with Prime Animations. I look forward to hearing those thoughts in my comments. And as for Prime Animations himself, if he ends up finding this video and wants to say something, well, my friend, say whatever it is that's on your mind. This is America. You have the freedom of speech. And I certainly won't silence you. That's all I have for today, everybody. Don't worry. If I make another one of these, I hope to make it on something that's a little more fun. You know, hopefully it's well received. You guys will know it when you see it. There's some clues onto what it's potentially going to be. Don't worry, I'm not all that subtle or clever, but as always, do the things we YouTubers love to beg for. Leave a comment, leave a like, share it with a friend, subscribe. And if you subscribe, don't worry, I have much happier content on my live streams. And I'll see you all next time.